I'm gonna disenchant this, and I guess the iron boots are dwindling shock. It's gonna be a shame to see those go, but I also would like that enchantment, so I'm also gonna disenchant that.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you
Before we begin, I talked to the alchemist in Solitude, because I was running around selling some stuff, and, have I been to Whiterun? Yes, I have been to Whiterun.
I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
So we're gonna go and do that little side quest. Hang on, let me offload some stuff first. As it happens, and I usually, like, ignore miscellaneous objectives with the intent of vaguely doing them later, but he is actually just, like, right outside having the troops train. And I'm gonna go and talk to him. How goes the training? We can skip the small talk and get to the serious business.
Generally, posting information is need to know only.
Okay, we can persuade you, we can intimidate you, or we can just not do this.
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. Her daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told.
That's, I'm sure not how anyone really wanted this quest to end, but it's life sometimes, I suppose. Let's go back and tell her. And I suppose there is no nice way to do this, but...
You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say? I told her. I told her the Imperial Army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service.
Alright, so a bit of a departure from the usual Stormcloaks Imperials thing. Here we have an NPC who is, pretty much having no part of it, which I suppose is an equally, let's say, believable position for someone in this world to have. And one last thing, before I return to what I was doing, I'm going to go and buy some destruction levels. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've hit another level, which I'd like to just take now, I think. I've also got, all of a sudden, 3 level up perks that I can use, and I think one of them... So the one that I really want is the second part of this, which is still a few levels away. But there's also, oh, do I need... Wait. Oh, I'm level 48. I mathed wrong. I thought that I could do Adept Destruction now, but I'm gonna need a, you know what, this works out, because while we're here...
I can teach you, but I won't be held
Alright,
responsible for
now we're in even level 50. I am pretty much out of gold, as I often am after buying levels. And I can now go and pick Adept Destruction at half Matchka. That's going to be good, because I can now go and cast a Fireball for slightly cheaper. Still definitely not as cheap as Firebolt. The, like, economic value of Fireball is definitely much worse than Firebolt, at least at this moment in time. But, I think this makes it more likely that I'll actually use it. Perhaps in, say, an upcoming area in the fight that we're about to get into. Anyway, I think that's all that I've got to do here. By the way, I think this hole in the ground is kind of somewhat rare for this game. Kind of a temporary point of no return, because I actually don't know of a way to get back up from here. Which is the nice way of saying that I went back to Solitude using console commands, because I wanted to go and mainly buy some destruction levels and also do a few other miscellaneous errands. And we are finally back in the bottom of Dead Man's Respite. Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. We are in the middle of the Bard's College quest, Tending the Flames. We made it all the way down to the bottom of this... All the way down to the bottom of this, this here Ancient Nordic ruin, and we found a guy with a book. And apparently I didn't actually take the book the last time. I don't remember what I did when I interacted with it, but it's just as well because starting off the video down here. I think that's a... Who doesn't want to start off their YouTube video in the bottom of a hole, really? So let's get out of here, and if we backtrack a couple of steps, there's going to be... let's not step on that pressure plate. Actually, I already, like, disarmed that, didn't I? So it doesn't matter. But if we come back here to the sealed door... Alright, so you know a spell we don't. Let's go charge inside, and this is where we can make use of that dragon claw that we picked up at the beginning. Oh. I was wondering if we were going to see the ghost miming using the claw, but I think he just disappeared. That can be found in miscellaneous, and that's going to be the ruby dragon claw. This is a little bit hard to see. That is a wolf, a bird, and another wolf. Alright, so the first one's already set. Bird. No, not that kind of bird. And another wolf. I think we're going to have to hit these two both 2 times. Wolf, bird, and wolf. We can insert the dragon claw, and we can watch this door do its magic. Alright. Very nice. And that's going to slide away, and we can go on through. Let's see. So I believe there's going to be a bit of a fight coming up here because we are in an ancient Nordic ruin, and there's, like... It would be shocking if there wasn't a boss fight coming up. Let's go and arm those before we need them. Perhaps let my magicka regenerate a little bit. What exactly am I looking at? Alright, this is like a conference of dead bodies. Yeah, me too, Lydia.
Olaf, it is time.
Alright, wasn't very useful putting that away, was it? Let's go, and so these are all going to come to life. If I wanted to use more magicka, I could maybe soul trap some of these guys, but I don't really want to waste any magicka. We're going to go, and fortunately, we've got not only our follower and any Atronak... Oh, the Atronak is stuck behind the gate. We've got our follower and this ghost guy fighting with us, so that's going to make things a little bit easier than it would if you had to, like, 2 versus 12 these, but all the same. Someone's attacking me and I don't like it. Gonna go and make that not a problem. You know what I should probably do? Let's equip an offensive shout such as... it's really too bad that things like Stormcall won't work underground, because if I could just, like, zap all these guys with lightning, that would be great, but... Alright, we're gonna go Yol, Torshul, both of you, and I think, someone got very violently knocked out of the way. Let's go take care of you. Some of these guys are like low-level Draugr, some of them are higher-level Draugr. We've already got another destruction level after buying like 7 of them in the beginning of the video. Alright, so I see one more red dot up there. I'm not sure if all these guys are going to come to life eventually, or just like a lot of them. Lydia, that was your own dang fault. Let's see, we've got a soul gem on this table. Now that the excitement is dying down, whoever's left to fight, I might consider soul trapping. Is it worth checking all of these guys for gold? If there's like, say 20 bodies here, and they average like 10 gold each, that's 200 gold to be found just by... Ooh, these are nice. Take those. There's like 200 gold to be found just by looting bodies in this room. I might do that after the final fight. Alright, so there's going to be a couple of bigger ones here, these Draugr whites. Let's see, Stoneflesh and Atronak. My setup, as has come to be pretty usual here. Let's see, let's set you on fire. I've got a lot of HP. Do I have a potion of Fortify Destruction? I do not have a potion of Fortify Destruction. Well, I guess since I'm in the menu already, I'll go and use some of those magical ones. See, you're gonna go down. There's gonna be another one over here. And, I'm gonna assume that the rest of them are gonna stand up at some point. Goodbye. Draugr white over here. I feel like I shouldn't stand with my back to that one over there. Because I don't know when it's gonna decide to stand up. That's another one. And you... I love the impact perk. Definitely one of my favorite ones in the game. It doesn't, like, even if it doesn't necessarily make fighting easy on the hard difficulties, it is definitely very nice if you're 1v1ing something and it can't, like, get a hit in because you keep staggering it with a dual cast spell. Let's see. I think that's it for down here. It looks like... someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I feel like I've said that in this game already multiple times about various undead beings. Let's go and, keep you staggered if we can. And that will definitely make it easier for these two to do their thing. And, yeah, if you're a squishy wizard, definitely try to have, someone like Lydia, do the bulk of the drawing the aggro so that you spend minimal time taking hits. This is like the ideal way to be a wizard in this game, and I haven't actually had that many chances to do it because I'm kind of an irresponsible idiot who runs into things while Lydia's still like in the back trying to catch up, meaning that I typically take a lot more hits than someone who's a squishy wizard really wants to. But if you can fight it like this, that is definitely how things should go. An ebony sword, gold, King Olaf's treasury key. Alright, I think I'll need that to get out of here. There's a word wall first, which demands my attention. Fury, whirlwind sprint. Alright, so that's the second monologue in the whirlwind sprint shout. Are there any shouts that weren't like story related, like main story related, which I have picked up multiple words of power to? I don't think so. I think this is actually the second one. If I want to see what that's like, can go and equip that. And just for funsies, let's go and loot this body before I forget. And that definitely has you go a little bit farther than the monomial whirlwind sprint does. Since I'm pretty much done in this dungeon, and I don't care as much about carry weight, should I just, like, take all of the weapons that I find off these guys? Weapons and armor? I think I'll do that. I'll sell them. Alright, couldn't quite pick everything up in here, but I got most of it. Lydia's already carrying stuff, and I can't really give her more. Here, we've got a steel battle axe, we've got a chest. I'll be a little bit judicious with what I pick up here. Gold, soul gem. Don't know if I know that enchantment yet, and a circlet, which I can apply an enchantment to. Alright. There's also some gold on the ground. So, good haul in there, all in all. I'm already up over another 1,000 gold or so. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. If I follow this all the way to the end, we should find... Oh, that was that sealed door. Okay. I thought there was still a little ways to go backtracking. We are back in the beginning of the Dead Man's Respite Dungeon. And now we can take our exit, and we can head back to the Bard's College in Solitude. And with all that taken care of, we can run down the streets of Solitude and back to the Bard's College, and we can finally get a move on turning in this quest. Alright.
Few can resist my charms. Even fewer are worthy of them.
Is that how you greet everybody? So, who is it, Viarma? Are you the one who we've gotta talk to? You are.
You've returned. How goes the task I gave you?
There was an awful lot of black ink in that book, I have to say.
I have to admit, I didn't think it would actually be there. Now, let's take a look at this. Oh no. This won't do it all. The copy is incomplete. It's aged to the point that parts are unreadable. And the parts that are readable, well, bardic verse has come a long way since ancient times.
That's certainly one way to explain all the scribbles in that thing.
It means I can't read it to the court. Without the verse, I won't be able to convince Elisif of the importance of the burning of King Olaf festival. If she isn't convinced of the festival's importance, then she won't reverse her decision to stop the effigy burning. It means that the burning of King Olaf, which the Bard's College has held for time immemorial, won't be happening. Make it up? That doesn't seem appropriate. I suppose I could copy his style based on what you brought me, but I have no idea what happened in between these verses.
That sounds like making it up with extra steps.
Oh, Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. King Olaf was Olaf One-Eye? He famously captured the dragon Numenex and took him to Dragon's Reach. What do we say really happened?
So just a little bit of attention to detail for people who don't know. Oh, I know that for a fact that a lot of Old English poetry relies more on alliteration than on, like, rhyming. You will not find rhymes in Beowulf. You will find a lot of alliteration in Beowulf. I don't 100% know if that also is true in, like, Old Norse poetry and like IRL. I assume it is because there was a lot of similarities between those cultures there. That's just something that I find interesting about how this particular poem was written, because you may have noticed a lot of alliteration in that in those few lines that he just read out. Lies, lurid, and false, that sort of thing. Anyway.
I find that highly unlikely, but the court will love it. I'm writing it in. Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Strange. According to history, Solitude attacked Winterhold, but Asgeir seemed to be saying Olaf reacted. What do we say happened? No, that's pushing it too far. It's very exciting, but highly unlikely. I can't possibly write that in.
I tried.
It's not the most exciting answer, but the most likely. I'll write it in. It has a few final lines, but that's all we needed to add. I need to head to court immediately and present this. You should come.
I once again, I've said this about a bunch of other interactions, but I love how the dialogue in this game is just silly sometimes. Yeah, let's just have the fill in the ancient bardic verse with a line about, oh, actually, double cross the king was the dragon. All right, there. I thought you got stuck inside for some reason. So we have to go to the Blue Palace and we have to present it to the Jarl. It is 9 p.m. in-game, and I suppose they'll probably still be out. I think if you finish this quest in, like, the middle of the night, you will actually have to wait for daytime, but don't 100% remember if I'm remembering correctly. So we're just gonna go and run inside, and Viarma, where are you? You are a slow walker. Viarmo. You good? Am I gonna have to do the wait command and wait for you to show up? There we go. Alright, let's do this.
I hope the court likes the verse. I think we've done an excellent job of recreating it.
Yeah, I think it would have been more excellent if we went with my idea about Olaf being the dragon, but whatever.
I think my voice is ready. I hope we've done this well.
Alright, so he's gonna go stare at the wall. And he's gonna take a sweet time walking up the stairs. No rush or anything. It's not like we're in the days where YouTube videos have a time limit anymore. How many people even still remember that? So, for those who... What was it? I think 2012 that was officially ended, maybe 2013 or so.
Viarmo, I assume you are here to petition for the reinstatement of the burning of King Olaf Festival.
I am, Jarl. I wish to present King Olaf's verse from the Poetic Edda, recovered this very day from the Bard's tomb.
You mentioned something that would convince us the festival should take place, but I didn't expect King Olaf's lost verse. Please proceed.
O Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. No shouting match between dragon and man, no fire or fury did this battle entail. Olaf struck a deal to make himself king. Numenex let go, though none tell that tale. Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Olaf gave orders, Winterhold disguises, an attack on Solitude, total destruction to follow. His men dressed up and then went out to fight, but they reversed Olaf's orders, much to Winterhold's sorrow. So ends the story of Olaf the Liar, a thief and a scoundrel. We of Solitude commit to the fire.
That one rhymed.
In Solitude, bards train for their service. They also gather each year and burn a king who deserves it.
You have proven your point, Viarmo. The festival is truly a celebration of solitude and a condemnation of false kings.
I thank you, and the college thanks you, Jarl.
Furthermore, I believe that such a fine
All right,
poem deserves
I'll
some
explain that
female
after this.
patronage. The college will be moderately rewarded.
Oh, thank you yet again. I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded.
Sibyl Stentor has
Unbelievable.
grasped a magical theory.
You've done us a great service here. I can't begin to thank you enough. Soon. These things must be done properly. You will be inducted as part of the festival itself. I need you to go speak to Yorn. He was preparing the effigy of King Olaf. Tell him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on!
Alright, you seem to be in a good mood. So, one YouTube time limit. In the early days of YouTube, there was a 11-minute time limit for all videos. I know that's hard to imagine now. It was extremely common for people to, like, publish longer videos just broken up into 3 parts, and it was a whole thing. And then I want to say around 2010 or 2011, the time limit was increased to 15 minutes for a year or so, before it was just removed entirely.
Festival soon.
And, like, just thinking about, probably sometime I'm expecting this Let's Play to go on for, like, 300 videos, and they'll probably average, like, 25 minutes of video, and you can do the math there to figure out how long exactly this would be if it was under the strict limitation of an 11-minute time limit. The other thing that that happened in that little speech is that I think if you hold still for, like, 2 minutes or so of real time, the game will kind of go into like screensaver mode where it'll put an orbital camera around the player, and it'll do the thing where I was just standing there and the camera was orbiting around the King's Court. And there's a couple scenes, a couple individual cutscenes in this game that are long enough to trigger that if you just stand there watching it. And that's one of them. And for what it's worth, if it had happened at, like, the beginning, and if the entire scene had played out with that camera, I might have left it, because I do think it looks kind of cool, but just cutting in at the end was a little bit strange. Anyway, Yorn.
Great. Looks like you'll be one of us soon. We'll gather outside the college for the burning of King Olaf.
Alright, so one of the wonderful fantasy elements of this game is that when someone wants to put together a party, it takes them about 5 seconds. So if we tell Yorn the festival's back on and we go outside, we can see that everybody, including all the townspeople, are already here and ready to go. There is a lot of food on this table.
You should hear him sing.
And if you are so inclined, you could just take all the food on this table because it is not marked as owned, and you're allowed to do that.
Festival meat pie, specially made.
There's also a cooking spit that has been set up in case you wanted food that was not present. Anyway, so everyone else is gathered around here. Let's see what you have to say.
Solitude, home of the arts here in Skyrim.
Alright, you don't have anything particular to
May
say.
song speed
So
you
I'm
along.
guessing that we just have to watch this play out.
Welcome, people of
Where can I put the camera that
solitude.
this will make sense?
We of the Bard's College are pleased to be here to celebrate the burning of King Olaf. The festival would not have been possible without the dedication and hard work of our latest applicant. With the lighting of the effigy, we remember all those Solitude soldiers out fighting the good fight in this thankless war. I think they like you.
How can you tell? Nobody reacted.
Yes, congratulations. You are now a full-fledged member of the Bard's College.
You know what? Never
Due
mind.
to your adventurous nature, several of the college professors have some things they wish you to do. What's more, Elisif has declared the burning of King Olaf should become a weekly event. And finally, there's the matter of the patronage that Elisif wanted me to give you.
Boy, a weekly event, huh? This town really likes their parties. Alright.
So nice to get this break from my cleaning duties.
Yeah, I've had jobs like that before. So that's it for the Bard's College. There are a couple of other miscellaneous errands that people in there might have you run. It is possible as part of random treasure around the world to find, like, musical instruments that belong to various other members and you can turn them in for a reward, but I don't think that's, like, a, like, full proper quest that's worth dedicating time to, unless I happen to run across one randomly when I'm out and about. Otherwise, that is it for the Bard's College. I think I'm gonna end this off. And next time, I don't know what I'll do next time, but the cursor was over the man who cried wolf, so I'll think about doing that next time. My name is Dragonite. This has been The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not working on YouTube stuff. Link to that can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.